Good morning, afternoon, hi, however you want to word it. Welcome to Crafting Unedited. Um, I am Sierra, designer, creator, owner, all things craftily, and um, today we are going mobile. Not literally, like we're not going on a road trip or anything, but I want to kind of give you an inside look at my behind the scenes, like the chaos behind all of the things that I do. This kind of came from I was in my workstation yesterday and I actually had to spill over into another area of the house. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what it looks like when I am in full crazy crafter mode. Now, this was originally because I was going to try to do a craft fair this weekend, but I realized that it's a little bit too late for that, and I can't find a partner in crime to do it with me. You know, I can't do those things alone because can't leave the table by itself to go to the bathroom or anything. So, and then sometimes they get really busy and it's really stressful and I don't want it to be stressful. I want it to be enjoyable. So, hubby did offer to come with me, but then we would have to bring both kids and I don't think that they'd want to sit there. It is a 8 to 5 show set up and breakdown from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on a Saturday. And I just know that they'd rather be doing other stuff on a Saturday, which is totally fine. It was rushed, so maybe there's I don't know, 50 other ones coming up before the end of the year. So I'll get to those. And I'm not too stressed over it. I mean, could be more prepared anyways. We're gonna do I'm gonna take you on a little tour of what's going on in each of my work areas, and what happens in all of those, as well as giving you kind of a sneak peek to my organization. And that's just because it's not really organized right now. It is, but it's not everything is in a storage bin, kind of, but it's not like labeled, it's not neat, but that's how I am when I'm crafting, and I think that most crafters are. It's a very kind of disorganized industry, and yeah, like I said, everything's got its own bins, and I know where everything is, and I could tell you if I had to show you where something was, or if I needed you to get something. Like if I have my husband go and look for something to make sure that I have it in stock while I'm at the store, I can tell him, hey, it's in this general area, in this bin or container in this corner, that kind of thing. But as far as having everything labeled, I'm not there yet. No, I don't know if I want to be, because it's ever changing and it just would get annoying. Sorry, I keep shaking the phone. This is why I usually have it on a tripod. So anyways, let's get started. First, we're going to tour my main work station, which is like a countertop. Actually, first I'm going to overview where my workstation, my crafting room came from. So when we moved into this house in August of last year, we realized that the laundry room was huge and it had a folding table. I don't really use folding tables, but I saw potential in this because of the way that it was set up, that it could be something so much more than just a folding table. Sorry, I have like a glove. There we go. It could be so much more than just a folding table. So I will show you what I mean right now. Let me flip the phone. Oh, wait, I can't flip the phone around. That's weird. Usually it has that like where you can go forward and backwards. Whatever. So, folding table. This is what I mean by folding table. See, it's got like the countertop and it's got all of this space. How cool is that? So I saw potential in this area and I was like, dude, I could totally make this into a little crafting niche. And that's what I did. And these little shutter doors are just the cutest things I've ever seen. It gives it kind of that privacy feel, but at the same time, I can open them. They actually do open if I wanted to, because the kids' TV is over there, and that's where they play video games and whatnot, and my husband's office is on that side. And it's probably very difficult for you to understand the directions, but either way, the kids' TV is in front of me, so if I wanted to, you know, see what they're doing, I could just pop open my shutter doors and see. Or just get off my butt and go like 3 feet around the corner. Anyways, so you saw like it has all of the goods right there, like great counter space, not granite or anything fancy. It is just regular laminated, I think that's what it is, countertop, which means I can use things like fancy rotary cutter on it to cut some mesh, deco mesh. So also in this little area there are like these cubbies. See? Cubbies. And they each have like a shelf inside that you can remove if you wanted, but I like the shelf, so I kept it. So that kind of also helped my thought process in the little crafting niche. Also a kind of a bigger cubby corner over here where I have an extra storage container set up and the garbage, as well as, you know, some random stuff back there. But like I said, it's kind of a mess right now, but that's okay because that's kind of how my life is in the crafting world. So first we're gonna walk through the jewelry stuff because it's in front of me and that's just how it works. So I wish that the camera would turn around. Sorry, it won't. There's no button to do the forward and the reverse. Like, I think that's only on FaceTime or something. I don't know. I'm super tired again, but killing it. So first we'll stand up and we'll go over what this beauty is. This is actually just a pegboard that we bought at Home Depot and that my husband actually originally got for his wood shop. I stole it. So it works really well for fishhook earrings, and I don't have necklace storage yet, so this is where I've been hanging them. It works really well, does what it needs to do. It's not super cute, but it's functional, and hubby is working on something for me to incorporate a pegboard, a ring stand, and a few other fun things as a display kind of thing. And then we have the ring board, which I'm also using for a few different things. And it's got some post back earrings on it. It's got my little headpiece that I made a few years ago for a holiday party. But it's got the post back earrings, and then I fancied up this elastic band that could hold these kitty earrings because they're clip-on, so they don't really like attach to anything very well. And then the rings, pretty cool. Again, nothing crazy fancy, but it is very functional. All right, so we're gonna move down to the bracelet stand, which hubby made, and I absolutely love it. I think it's the cutest little thing ever, and it's not very little. First, I'm gonna move these for you. So we have the bracelet stand. Hubby made this for me when we first started this whole thing. It wasn't that long ago. It was actually just a couple of weeks. And I put these cute little pearlies on it to kind of give it that fun, flirty look. And I use this for my children's necklace and earring set. See? Cute little owls. This stuff is all available on my website if you want it. I gotta put these on here, but some bracelets that I just made recently. And then I've got my in-process buckets here. So this little stand, I actually found it's an ironing board that pops out here. You can see there. I found it on Amazon. It was like $70 I think. I'm not sure, but it's super cute. It's wicker. It's got these cute little baskets, and this is where I store all of my bracelet making stuff and necklace making stuff. So this is all my hemp and leather cording or suede cording. This is mostly necklaces and some more cording, but on smaller things here. This is, I told you it's somewhat organized, right? This is all of my beading for necklaces. It's just a bunch of random beads that I used. These are really cool. They're magnetic. I was fascinated by them. I have yet to make anything with them, but they're really sweet. But you can see there lots of necklace making stuff. This is all of my bracelet connectors that I use, and it's just a bunch of little things there. So cute little wicker stand on Amazon. If you want, I can, well, I'll probably just attach the link to the video here somewhere so that you can get that if you wanted. I highly, highly, highly recommend using a laundry basket. Oh my goodness. An ironing board if you are using a Cricut mat or a Cricut, the Easy Press. Sorry about that. Words are hard. So if you're using an Easy Press or even just an iron for your Cricut, you know, t-shirt making or anything hot, I really, 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 really highly recommend having an ironing board. And whoops, sorry, I shook you. Because doing it on a flat surface is fine. But if you're doing it on a flat surface, flat hard surface with a towel, sometimes that terry of the towel will kind of push into like the shirt of the trying to think how to figure out how to word this. Sometimes the fabric, like the feel of the terry of the towel will go through the shirt and you'll get like that weird feeling into your vinyl. Very difficult to explain, but maybe one day I'll be able to show you what I mean. Highly recommend having an ironing board, and if you can get a cute little storage thing like that with it, fantastic. Always use more storage, always. So for my earrings, I will pull these up for you so that we're not looking at the floor here. I'm glad that YouTube is full of these videos of people moving all the time because I feel really weird. Hey, crafting unedited here. Just being honest. All right, my hair's kind of wonky. Again, it's, what time is it? 4:23 in the morning, so bear with me. All right, so for my earring stuff, it's all stored in these cute little Home Depot bins. We found these a while ago. I started using them for just beads, but then I realized that I can use them for so much more. So this is where all of my earring or beading, I should say, because I use some of these for bracelets as well, are held in these bins. Some nice little agate there. Lots of beads, lots of fun. And this one is the exact same thing, but it has all of my findings for my jewelry making in. Lots of jump rings, lots of wiring, eye pens, pens, all kinds of stuff in here. And then the cool thing about these is they're super easy to store, but they're super easy to travel with as well. Show you how I mean in just a second. This bead one is heavy. It means I got a lot of beads. And I did. Every time I go to Michael's or any craft store, I have to check out their bead section because I have to see what kind of fun things I can find. But you see there's like little sliders here, and you can attach them to one another so that when you pick it up, you pick one up, you pick both up. How cool is that? So you just connect them and carry one as a whole. You can also throw it on wheels and have like a giant stack of them. It's pretty cool. If you get motion sick and you're watching this, I'm very sorry. Not the video for you to watch. So next we're gonna go into, I gotta move my one little thing here and go into where I store my regular vinyl, my customers' orders that need to be shipped, and my cardstock. So that area is down here. It's this little area right here. So I have my cardstock in these bins. I actually found these on a really good deal at Michael's. They were $5. But this is just all my cardstock. They're the perfect size for it. They stack really nicely. They do not connect like the other ones. And then I have this like random drawer that came from a storage bin. I have no idea what happened to the storage bin, but this is where all of my regular vinyl rolls are stored. It's just like the perfect size for it, and it works really well. So that's where all of my regular vinyl is stored. And like I said, customers' orders. Here we have Sam, and then up here we have Jess, and Goldie. Oh, I already sent Goldie's out, so I can take hers off. Anyways, but current orders and some random bows, some random extras. Then over here, in the next one, we have some more jewelry stuff. So this is actually all of my jewelry shipping or packaging stuff. So we've got the little bags. We've got the, oh my gosh, drawing a massive blank, but the holders, the jewelry holders, and my tagging method. Just some cute little things. And glue, or, you know, things for attaching. Some chain. And then we have, this is empty, more beads. I told you I have an obsession for beads. But these in here are my specialty beads. There's some Swarovskis in there and some agate. Just really fun, fancy ones. And then the teeny tiny beads are in the bottom one. And even smaller are in that guy. I keep those separate with good reason. They're very difficult to find if you put them with a bunch of other big beads, and they kind of get wedged in between the holes. So easier to just keep it separate. Words are hard. And then over here we have this fun, I'll show you this fun thing here. It's just a little storage container. These little things pop out. You can put it on the wall. I just have not gotten there yet. It's still kind of taped from when we moved. But I use everything in here. We have bracelets. Like just metal ring bracelets, like clasp, like, I don't know what you call those. I have hair bow pieces here. And these two. And they look like this. Just little hair clips to make my hair bows. Some endings, some more bracelets. Oh my gosh, words are really hard this morning. Connectors, more connectors, some endings for bracelets. I use these for a lot of the leather bracelets, the cording ones. They're just like little, I call them monsters, because they have teeth. Alright, so there's that. Alright, moving on. Sorry for my close-ups. I wasn't really ready for those this morning, I guess, right? I never am ready for close-ups. I don't typically wear a ton of makeup anyways. Who has time for that mess? I'm throwing some garbage away. Alright, so next we have this storage container. This has just a wide variety of everything. First drawer here is just some randomness. Legitimately random. Next we have more random, but it's heat tools. We have my mini iron. Isn't this the cutest little thing ever? I use that for using HTV on cups. And I also use my heat gun for using HTV on cups. This I like to use for like koozies and stuff too, or anything smaller that I'm using HTV on. It just really, it works really well actually, and it's just super easy to use. And then I have some iron-on vinyl here. I have more iron-on storage hanging up, and I'll show you that in a minute, but this is just an abundance of different iron-on and some random non-iron-on. This is canvas, actually. But I use this for my daughter's birthday party bows. So just a bunch of HTV here, got some sizer. Most of what I use is sizer, and that's because it is the easiest to weed. It comes in bigger rolls. Like this is a 11.8 by 36. Cricut typically comes 11.5 to 12 by... It's actually 12 by 12, and most of the time it's in 12 by 12 sheets, and you only get 3. So I guess that's the same, right? If you break it down. But I don't know. I like sizer easy weed way better. Some more random stuff. This is just a drawer full of like tooling, some headbands, some flowers, just stuff that I make headbands and stuff with for my little one. The bottom one has got lots of feathers in it. Feathers. Lots and lots of feathers. I like to make jewelry with these. Lots of people like the feathery jewelry. Lots of other things you can make with it too. So next, and please excuse my mess on my counter space. I just realized this. But like I said, I was trying to rush into doing craft fair this weekend, and so I kind of got like chaos going on here still. Anyways, so you see I have my Cricut. You gotta have some ample space behind the Cricut because when it feeds the mat through, it's gotta have somewhere to go. Typically it's reversed and I feed it this way, but this works for what I need it to. So Cricut, some mess, don't worry about that. My computer, and then this is where all of my jewelry tools typically stay because if I have inspiration for something, I just need to be able to grab it and move on. This is another bucket of in progress stuff. These cute little peacock feather earrings. These are already paid for and ordered. I had to do some jewelry repair on them. And then just my little thing of pens and stuff. And here, my cute little geometric succulent garden. Somebody got that for me for my birthday. It's not growing very well yet, but it'll get there. It's a little baby seed so far. All right. So now we're going to move along into another area. It's actually in the same room. Hubby's mess here from staining the bracelet stand and, you know, laundry. We're not going to hang out there for very long. So up here we have my HTV scraps. I did label these, so I've got that going for me. And my vinyl scraps. I labeled these two differently because I kept opening the wrong one or going to the wrong one, which isn't that big of a deal, but it is when you're in a hurry and you're just trying to use like a little scrap of something. This is just excrements of like, I think I used that word properly. I don't know. So this is just like little pieces of items like of vinyl that have been left over from previous projects. I won't throw any of it away if I can help it. I save everything because you never know when you're going to use it. Missing an eye. Sometimes when you're weeding the HTV from the mat, the eye, you know, the dot on the eye will pull off and you won't catch it until it's too late. Just go right to my scraps, cut out a little hole, and voila! You have a dot for your eye and you don't have to redo the whole thing. Super simple, right? Yes, very simple. So we've got that, and then I have my thank you cards that I send out, and then some random stuff. I also kept my Cricut Easy Press and my Cricut Air Explorer 2 box. Never know, for packing purposes, right? I don't plan on moving for a very, very long time. So I have a current t-shirt order hanging up here. I'll ship that out very soon. And then this is my other Cricut, or my other HTV storage solution. I found these hangers at Target. They're actually for pants. But I thought they were so cool and super functional for what I needed them for. So these little things slide off right here, just like this. You can load and unload the new roll, and you just slide off what you need and cut away. Most of the time, though, let's be honest, I pull off the whole roll, cut it on the mat, and then put it back. So I bought 3 of these. They're about $8 each. And as you can see, when it gets to the bottom of the roll, this isn't very functional. But it works really well for all other purposes, though. I like them. Hey, for $8 a piece, I will take it. And it was at Target. Target told me that I needed these. Isn't that how Target works? All right, so next we have my little stand here. This was a tree lawn item. Best tree lawn item. Not ever, but it's one of the better ones. This is solid. It's hard, like it's heavy. It's a beast. And there were two of them. They're bookcases, and I originally got them for my daughter's room. She has one of them up in her bedroom. She did not need two. So I took the other one and I utilize it for my business. So I just have a cute little display here. Sometimes I feel like I need that, to walk into. And that's what I do. I walk right into seeing this. It's set up, it's organized, it's neat. And it just kind of creates that, okay, you've got this vibe. All right, so we've got some already made in stock items, cups, shot glasses, water bottle, gigantic. I like big cups and I cannot lie, which is actually storing some of my stickers that I've made. And then just the bottom shelf has some extra pieces here. All right, moving right along. We have the storage closet, and this is for blanks. This is items that are available, but they're blank. They don't have anything on them, so I like to just keep a back stock of some things that I know are popular, like t-shirts are huge, and just random things that I have found that I liked and I thought would sell. They didn't yet, but they will eventually. Someone somewhere has got to have an interest for them. So also shipping stuff is in the bottom of this closet. It gets a bit crazy. So I'll show you just a brief. So up here we have lighting for my glass blocks. Then we have the wood. Hubby makes, except for this is a USA sign. Hubby makes most of my wooden boards for my signs. So there's that. And then we have glass products. First we have the stainless steel tumblers. This is a rainbow tumbler here. Super fun, super crazy. And then we have a rose gold stainless steel tumbler here. The lighting is not so great in here. We have a mason jar cup. Whoops. This is plastic, thankfully. Mason jar tumbler. This is my tester cup. If I want to test something on it, I use this for that. And that's because I can't sell it. It has like some weird dysfunctionalness going on. And then my little mason jar shot glasses. I fell in love with these. I think they're the cutest freaking things ever. And then we have some candle holders, some glass blocks. We have some coasters, a koozie, piggy bank I have yet to do something with. And these I use for my Santa cams. Different from most of what you'll see with the Santa cams, and I actually think that I might not be able to do my Santa cams this year because they trademarked them, so I have to come up with something better. I'm not against people trademarking their stuff. Great, they did really well, and they're sick of people stealing their ideas. I get it, but at the same time, us other crafters really, really liked those, so now we got to figure out what to do. I'll find something, that's for sure. And then up here we have my 1990s arts and craft bin. There's a bunch of random stuff in there. Some canvas, some fabric. I used this fabric to make my daughter some doll blankets out of. Really fun stuff. And then all of my t-shirt stock. Doesn't seem like much, but they are folded and they are like in order: small, medium, large, kids, tank tops already made and ready to go, ready to sell. And then just a bunch of other random stuff. And then we have shipping everything: bubble wrap, boxes, tissue paper, pretty much anything I would need for shipping except for the bubble mailers. Those are in hubby's office. All right, moving into my overflow area. This is the area that I moved into yesterday, and the lighting makes me look really old. Whatever, I don't care, honestly. So this is where everything spilled over into yesterday. basically vomited over because I was making wreaths and I needed an abundance of space. And I moved into our little kitchenette, or I like to call it the bar area because that's where all of our adult beverages are stored. So here we have the chaos of my wreath making here. You can see all of the mess. And this is what I really wanted to show you guys, is that it's not organized. It's chaotic. It is, but this is what crafting is. This is how we work. We, are thinking at 1,000,000 miles an hour. We have an idea. We have a design in our head or on a sheet of paper. Most of the time it's in my head. And we just kind of roll with it. And we need the space. We need everything out to use that we think we would use, not necessarily that we would use, but that we think that we would use, and ready to go. So we could just grab it, pop it on, see if it works. If it doesn't, we throw it off to the side. Something else, pop it on. If it doesn't work, throw it off to the side. And that is exactly what is happening here. Don't mind the creepy red balloons. Those are from Red Robin, and my kids can't clean up after themselves. So you can see all of the chaos spills over onto the side. I am currently making a wreath, so I cut out a bunch of those little pieces there of deco mesh and kind of just threw them there for now. So if you are a very clean and organized person, crafting will make you a very unclean and organized person. As far as your crafting world goes, my pre-workout, I need to drink that soon. All right, so that is... Here we go, finished wreath. I'll show you guys this. Since I showed you all of my mess, I'll show you some of the products that come out of my mess. This was just, it's very simple, but it's also very fun. I mean, it's got the glitter. It's got lots of flowers, very fall, very festive. I don't know. Yes, that is my areas. That is how I flow. Pretty much, just kind of one station to the next, moving on to, like, if I am working on one project, typically I'm working on like 20 projects at a time, which doesn't bother me much. That's kind of how I roll anyways in everyday life. So that's my workspaces, a little behind the scenes guide of everything I do and all of the things that I work with for the most part and where they're stored. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it wasn't too shaky for you. And please make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell so that you know when I'm on or that I've posted new stuff. Typically, I'm trying to do it every Monday and Wednesday, so you can expect those dates. Trying to keep it consistency, having something consistent in my life is good. But subscribe, like, hit the bell. All 3 would be fantastic. If you liked any of the stuff that you saw, it is all available on my website on Craftily, craft-ily.com. It's all up for grabs on there. Or if you have an idea of something that you want and I haven't made it yet, or you didn't see it, shoot me an email or, just a quick comment on this thread works as well, and see what I can make for you. Have a fantastic day. See you next time.